Hello, what's up, good people? Good to see you. Today I'm going to take you step by step on how you can be able to start a 20K production company and grow yourself progressively. But this is what I want you to do for me, all right? I want you to get out of that thing that you have in your mind that for you to be able to start a company, you must have thousands or even not hundreds of thousands or millions for you to get started. Let me tell you one secret. Whatever the Kenya is right now, you can tap the opportunity because where we are now, we are building capacity and you can start as small as you see. But then if you look around and see all those big companies that you see out there, they started somewhere. I'm going to give you a hint exactly how you can start that production company, and I'm gonna take you step by step until to the end. So make sure you watch this video to the end because I'm gonna give you the reality and I'm gonna give you the real examples that those companies exist and you can do something as well. But this is what I want you to do as well. Take 1 second, it's only 1 second. Just down there on your right, there is a button written subscribe. It is in black. Just touch that button, and then on your left there is another button that's a like button. Hit those two buttons, and guess what happens when you do that? You're gonna be notified when I upload a new video, so you'll never ever miss any of my good videos. That's the importance, because I know you're asking yourself, then what's the importance of that? Now that is the importance. All right, let's get to today's business. All right, so here we have our 20K. I want to start a production company, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. Starting something, of course, you have to start somewhere. And for one thing, the example I'm going to give you, it's a production of what we call the cheese, not really cheese, but what we call the peanut butter. And also you can do some honey and something of sort, so that at least you can start somewhere and progressively grow yourself to the next level. Or you can start what we call the beauty related products. This is what I want you to do. Go ahead and purchase what we call a blender, quite a good blender that is worth like around 8,000. Quite not really 8,000, like 5,000 to 8,000. A blender that can't let you down. All right. The next thing that I want you to do is go ahead and purchase what we call the peanuts, or commonly known as groundnuts, from the Western Kenya and what have you. Those groundnuts actually come from Uganda. You can get them at a very good price. All right. Now this is what I want you to do. You crush those groundnuts. All right. Once you crush them, of course, you can actually go ahead and buy either milk, or you can buy honey from places like Marigat or the Baringo County. That's where the honey usually comes from. You can get yourself to the place, purchase yourself a quite amount of good honey, and actually a legit honey. And then from there, you can add the two products. Either you can add the milk or you can add what we call the honey. On top of that, what you've grounded, which is the groundnuts or the peanuts, all right? Or you can choose to add one, which is what we call the honey, all right? So if you add those two products, and of course you have to get yourself the packaging cans. Packaging cans, you can actually rely with big companies in Nairobi. I don't want to name those companies, but if you go to industrial area, you get those companies. That's where you can be able to get those production tins, the plastics ones, and of course approach Hasaiba where they do the graphic design. Get yourself a very nice branded label where you can be able to wrap around that specific packaging can, and guess what, you already have your company. So now I know you're asking, okay, fine, all that sounds simple, but now how do I market that specific product? How do I make money out of it? Right now, if by the way, if you were to post this video and head over to the TikTok channel right now, or head over to the TikTok, you find variety of ladies or people who are selling products that they have already made. You find people selling what we call the beauty products. Others are selling food products that they have actually manufactured. This is what you can do. Once you've done exactly that and have a sample of what exactly you've produced, sometimes you can approach those supermarkets and get a gig from them. But again, I wouldn't really advise that because they usually don't give you the best, gig. And if they do, then it's usually they give you a place where you can position your thing, and then you get, it's kind of a lot of things anyway. This is what I can tell you. There is a very big growing number of people on the social media. Like right now you're watching me via this social media, right? There are other variety of them like FB, like YouTube, like TikTok, like Instagram, like whatever the place, right? See, you usually get those like 100K likes, or like 1K likes and whatever. Why don't you transform those number of people, those number of likes into your business, all right? And use this rule. We usually call it 10-4-1. Out of the 10 people who watch your product that you're advertising out there, 4 of them shows interest. Make sure that 1 of them buys. Come on, I'm gonna repeat that. Use what we call the 10-4-1 rule. That means out of the 10 people who are watching that specific product, viewers that you're selling to people, 4 of them shows interest. Like they tell you, hey, I would like to know how much that. they show interest, right? Out of those 4, then 1 buys. If you use that rule, then I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you won't get discouraged and you get clients at the end of the day. So how exactly do you do that? All right, this is how I want you to do. All right, you've gone to those places, you've grinded your groundnuts, your peanuts, however you call them. All right, and then you've added your milk, or you've decided to add the honey. Depends on how we would like to be the profit margin between those 2 products. All right, so after you're doing exactly that, then use a platform where you can advertise your product. From where you come from, you can actually hook around and tell them, and make sure that you consider the products that offer the same service. Like, consider the other products that you have in the market right now, and then try to ask yourself if you can leverage on that and position yourself somewhere that if you can just place your price just below what you have in the market, that one can actually give you something, because those are big brands and you cannot fight with them. 2 things is either you place your price below them, or you offer more a quality product above them. All right, so that at least you can stand a chance to win. And the other thing, you can be able now to go ahead and use the platform or the social medias and advertise your product. If you are in a church, if you go to church, take this opportunity. Whenever you see 2 or 3, 4 people merging somewhere, talk with them. Tell them, hey, you know what? In place of this, you can use this. In place of this, and guess what? If with this one, you can get this and this and this. Have what we call the sales skills, because sales skills are very essential and necessary for you to be able to make cash in this world that you're living in. And from there, I am telling you, if you're there in campus, you can actually try this. Seriously, you can try this, and you can tell me the result that you see. Where you come from now, that determines. You can either you can make a peanut, or you can make yourself aloe vera and mix with it and whatever. So if you realize wherever you're coming from, that of beauty resonates well with people compared to that of when you do the peanut butter for the breads and whatever. If you realize whichever picks up from where you are, then you can leverage on that and grow yourself to the next level. That's how you start a company. That's how you start small, then grow progressively. I have an example of a lady, I forgot her name, but if you can check her, she actually featured on KCB Lyles then. I forgot that lady. She actually did something to do with biotechnology or something, and she's making a beauty product or something. I don't know if you can remind me the name of that lady, but I forgot. Totally, I forgot. I even tried to Google the name of that lady, but I'm actually missing the name. So she actually delved into this, and she made something quite good out of it. She's actually measured on what we call the beauty process, the bio something products or something. So anyway, what I'm saying is this: you can pick up thing and then get started somewhere. I actually give that simple example of how you can actually go ahead and start a company with that. So what you need to do is register that company. It's only 1,000 bob under the e-citizen, of course, for you to get that copyright name. The other thing you need to do is to buy that blender. I bet that would be the greatest investment in this company. And then the plastics or the packaging cans, and then the wrapping bands of the wrapping specific thing that you'll be wrapping around the packaging can. And then after that, advertising that product to people and tell them, hey, you know what, this is what I do. And that's how you advertise your business, and that's how you get clients to purchase your product, so that you get moved to the next level. There might be other variety of things that you can go ahead and start producing. Others do produce cakes, others do produce other things. It all depends on exactly what you resonate with. You must have that knowledge deep inside of you. Maybe you studied from school, or maybe you just have it naturally out of the experience that you've passed through in terms of life and something of sort. So why don't you leverage on that? Maybe you're out there and maybe you live in Oshago or you have ever lived in Oshago, and then you realize there is a certain product, when you use it to your skin, does an amazing thing. Why don't you leverage on that? And I've said you can head over to a TikTok, then you'll realize that there are a variety of people who are actually selling those products to people. They just pin the number there, they tell you, hey, you'd like to get that copy, I can send to all over the place in Kenya, whatever the place, you just agree on the shipping cost and what have you. Well, fine, I know once you started, you feel like you're getting discouragement, like people aren't showing up and positive results aren't showing, but I'm telling you honestly, you will be somewhere as the time goes, because that is exactly that is the recipe of you being a successful person in life. You just trying, putting yourself out there, trying and making it out there. By the way, for example, when I was starting this YouTube channel, a lot of people told me like, hey, you can do it, it cannot be done, it takes time to. There's no problem with it taking time for it to reach to a certain point whereby I can give you something. That is exactly, I always tell people, that's what you do, and you keep pushing, keep grinding, because this life, that's the only option that you have as we live. Alright, I know you're like, okay, fine, who are you, by the way? I never introduced myself at the starting of this video, and maybe this is your first time you're watching me. My name is Joseph. I talk about money, talk about investment, and anything related to your money. Whereby I usually come up and tell you, you know what? Let's not devour everything. Let's keep something here and other there so that at least we may earn a supplement and grow ourselves to the next level. If that's a cup of your coffee, and I bet should be, because I don't think anybody hates money here. All right, so make sure you subscribe down below there, so that because you watch more of my videos. And by the way, as we speak, I've already uploaded a lot of videos, so you can check them down below and you can get variety of options and ideas that you can go ahead and invest in on and get something at the end of the day. All right, so for now, if you're out there, you'd like to get any copy of my investment books, I got them ready for you. So what you do is that you get my number from the description of this specific video. You text me if you'd like to get any business booklet ideas about business plans, about money market fund, treasury bills, bonds and shares, and what have you. You get a copy. It's only 220. You get the number, text me WhatsApp, and you get it. So make sure you comment down below. I can still pin it my number on the comment section as well. See you there, and goodbye.